Tiki bar soap, and today I'm going to be shaving with Sterling Soap Company Glacial Eskimo Tuxedo. And the reason that I haven't done a video in the past few weeks is because I've been really sick with a cold. And so I had received this soap as part of a trade, and it smells really, really mentholated. So I was actually using this while I was sick, like Vicks Vapor Rub, except I wasn't rubbing it on my chest or anything. I was just sniffing it, like basically huffing soap, but it seemed to help. So let's hope that I don't freeze my legs off today. So I'm gonna go ahead and prep my bowl with hot water and do my pre-shave soap. I mean pre-shave, like leg prep, I suppose, is a good way to say. I'm still not feeling like 100%, but I'm feeling okay. So I had actually started this video and then someone woke up and started crying. So I have a little section of leg that's already been shaved and then the rest that I need to do. So to do my pre-shave prep, I am using Villainous whipped body butter. My friend Brooke makes this. It's Villainous Soaps, I think it's .net. Anyway, the scent is Krakatoa. It's really like very fruity smelling. I really like the scent. I get it in soap and body butter. She makes like bar soap and body butter, sugar scrub products like that. So okay, so I'm basically going to just leave the body butter on my leg like that. I'm not going to try to keep rubbing it in because my leg was already sort of wet from where I had shaved a small portion before. One thing that I noticed when I was lathering the soap is that it doesn't really require as much water as I'm used to. And the soap seems like slicker looking, but like not as dense, if that makes sense. But I'm sure it will be a fine soap. My leg's kind of tingly from where I put it on before, so this is like application number 2, so hopefully I can still feel my leg when we're done. So I know for those of you who have been asking when some of my standard scents would come back in stock on the website, I am making 1920s barbershop today. So I should have about 50 of those soon. I just got listed pumpkin lager, so that's back in stock and it's in the 12-ounce tub. So if you guys wanted to snag some pumpkin lager, this is the last batch that I'm sending off this season. It's a really nice soap. So I know I've talked to the guy who owns Sterling before. I've never actually met him in person, but I think he told me he was like a aerospace engineer. I may be wrong about that, but he seems like a really smart guy, and we had a lot to chat about since my undergrad and master's degrees were in engineering. So I'm using this shavette. This is my favorite thing to shave with now. I had the straight razor that I got from Val, but my husband Nathan decided that he liked using it, so he's been using that. And Derek is currently working on a straight razor for me, so hopefully I'll have a straight to shave with pretty soon. So with the shavette, it uses the feather blades, and the thing to remember is just like really short strokes, no pressure. I had sort of like a cut incident maybe a couple of days ago when I was shaving because I mean, I had been like so sick recently that I've been on so much cold medicine that I just wasn't paying attention and I cut myself. So, not cool. I was on the other leg, but still. Wow, this stuff is like super mentholated. I think you can hear me sniffling, so I'm still sort of sick. I'm not 100% better, but at least I sound well enough to do a video. I sounded like a frog for about a week and I couldn't smell anything. So as you can see, I'm just doing like really short strokes, probably don't need to go over that area again because that's the area that I already shaved. And I'm noticing too, like more and more women are getting into wet shaving, which I think is great. And Amy started a group on Facebook, so if you guys, or girls rather, or guys who have wives, if you want to suggest that your wife or girlfriend goes over to our group, we have about, I think, 40 members now, and everyone's super nice, helpful, and if you want to suggest scents that I could make that are less manly, for example, like I've always tried to make sort of unisex scents, but like the past, I don't know, 6 months or so, I've gotten so many requests for pipe tobacco and barbershop and those sorts of scents that I've switched gears and have been focusing more on the guy scented products. So, I mean, in general, spring and summer scents are girlier anyway, so I'm going to have like coconut and a couple of florals. But if you have any ideas for soaps that you would like to see on a limited release basis, please do let me know if you're a girl, and I will make like a 10 to 12 bar batch just to see how well they do. So with the shavette, it takes me way longer to shave than with the DE because I'm trying to be super careful and not cut myself. Whereas with the DE, I can literally like almost close my eyes and shave with it because I don't know, that it's easier to use and I can go faster without cutting myself. So it's also been like several days since I've shaved because I haven't really felt very good, and being sick, shaving is like the last thing that I'm concerned with. Okay, so at this point it's shaving yoga pose time. Hopefully I won't fall off the tub. I haven't done this in a while, but basically lift the leg, and then in like a 45-degree angle motion, just however possible whack the hairs off of the back side of the leg. And as you can see underneath here, I'm also getting the underneath part of my leg. Wow, this soap is like super mentholated. Like I said, I got it as part of a trade, and I think this might be why it was traded to me, because some people are not all about the menthol. So, I mean, I like it. There's nothing wrong with this much menthol, but I don't think it's something that I could shave with on a daily basis because, like, my hands, my legs, everything is freezing. And it's pretty cold outside too, so that doesn't... It's like double cold now. But that's okay, I'm sure it will feel great like once the tingling wears off in 15 minutes. And it definitely opens your sinuses, so if you're sick and you have a tub of this or any other mentholated soap, sniffing it might help. And I have some cuts on my leg on this knee, and that's actually not from shaving, it's from moving boxes in my workshop. I like kind of slid on the floor and cut my knee pretty badly. Usually most of my leg injuries are like I cut myself with a beer bottle or I fell or something stupid. It's usually not ever shaving related. So now I need to get this part of the leg, and trying not to apply very much pressure, but it's, again, really hard to see. Don't want to cut myself. I think I maybe just did. Maybe it was just a nick. Yeah, it was just a nick. So again, to get the remaining part of the leg, the shaving yoga pose is required. Okay, so I guess I'll go ahead and do the other leg. Why not? I mean, basically, the video is long anyway, so why not just go ahead and finish? You can see the spot where I cut myself. And yeah, sorry my legs are so hairy. Like I said, I've been sick and have not felt like shaving. So another thing I guess that's going on that I can talk about while I'm getting lathered up on this leg, and I forgot to prep with the pre-shave stuff, but I had already moisturized earlier, so it should be fine. But there is a shave meetup that I'm going to in June. So I was trying to decide, am I going to go on a vacation with one of my friends who is going to Iceland, or am I going to go to the shave meetup? And since I have family already that lives in the Chicago or the greater Chicago area, I thought, you know, why not just go visit them? I haven't seen them in a while and they would appreciate it. And really the only reason that I wanted to go to Iceland was to try the rotten shark, which I know that sounds kind of gross, but I saw it on Bizarre Eats and I've always wanted to try it after that, because it's like one of those things like, well, why not? Why not try it, see if, you know, I don't throw up. I know, that sounds weird, but anyway, I don't expect my friend to be bringing me back any rotten shark in her luggage because, you know, probably smells really awful, but maybe I'll eventually get to go to Iceland one day. But this year I'm going to be attending the meeting in Chicago in June. So it's like June the 6th, I believe. And then the very next week after June the 6th, we have our Alabama Soap and Candle Association meeting, in which I will be talking about how to make colored cosmetics. So I know that's not like a guy topic really, but I do make my own eyeshadow and foundation and that sort of thing. Even though I do purchase like store-bought stuff, I also like to make products. So I will be sharing that knowledge with everyone in Prattville on the second week of June. So that's June the 12th and the 13th. So if there are any local people who make soap that want to come out and hear me talk about how to make cosmetics, you could always join us. We love having people. We have a lot of good speakers this year. I know Anne-Marie from Brambleberry is going to be talking, and I'm not really sure what her topic is going to be, but I know that's why we are having the meeting at the second week instead of the first week of June, because normally we have it on the, you know, first weekend of June. So I'm actually kind of excited that I can go to both the Chicago shaving meetup and then still make our Alabama meeting, because otherwise, if Anne-Marie wasn't coming to talk, then I would have to miss the Chicago meeting, because I'm over vendor relations for our Alabama group. So like I have to coordinate all of the vendors and put together the goodie bags, get gift baskets and order, that sort of thing. So June will be a very busy month for me, so hopefully I will be prepared this year, unlike last year, which was like complete and total insanity because I didn't plan in advance. And I went to the Handcrafted Soap and Cosmetics Guild meeting, and like literally I was packing orders when I had 45 minutes before the plane was going to take off. And I just had to say, okay, I've got to stop packing orders now because otherwise I'm going to miss my flight. And so this year I refuse to let that happen. I will be prepared. So again, this leg is still like, it's freezing, and the other leg is still freezing. It's really, really cold. My sinuses are certainly opened up though, so I mean, I guess that's a positive. I did sort of nick myself when I said ow, so I guess I wasn't really paying close enough attention, but it happens, so. So I guess like once you're done, you can use some sort of aftershave balm. I need to wipe off all of the shaving soap first because there's like a lot of residue. With some of the soaps that I use, like there's really not much residue. Like I said, the Soap Commander soap, it sort of like dries on, so you can literally, like when you're done, just wipe it off. You almost don't even need water. But this still has a lot of like watery residue, so I am going to rinse it off, and then I'm going to use the Soap Commander aftershave, and I think I have it right here. It is Passion, which is like teak wood and cardamom. I really like this stuff. It's a really nice scent. I want to try their rose scent as well. So, haven't tried that yet. That's next on my list. So, I guess if you're thinking about Sterling and you like menthol, the Glacial Eskimo Tuxedo is a really nice thing to get. Sorry, I'm like covered in soap now, but thanks for watching, and until next time, happy shaving.